summers are fast approaching, and along with that will come the heat wave. Now for those who travel in their cars, it might not be a big problem, but for those who are riding on their bikes, that definitely is a problem. For them, we have this with us today. It's the BluSnap 2, and it's a cooling device that attaches to your helmet, and as the name suggests, it's the second iteration of the BluSnap. So let's check out what this little kit has to offer. Surprise, surprise, the BluSnap 2 comes in this lovely looking blue colored box, and inside this you'll obviously find the device which we have taken out, and you also get this nice little comic, and you have your user manual, a few stickers, and your charging cable. More about that later on, and this extender as well. The way the BluSnap 2 works is actually quite simple. So you have a fan up front which sucks in air from the surrounding areas, and then you have a filter right here which does the cooling job. You have to dip this filter for about 10 seconds in water for it to do its job, and then after that it will work for about 1 to 1.5 hours. It will keep the air cool. For those who do not know, in the previous version you had to fill water inside the device, and that made the device bigger than this is, and it also made it heavier. So the previous one was about 390 grams, while this one is only about 278 grams. So that's quite a reduction in weight, and also in terms of its dimensions, it's more compact than the one before, which means that when you have it stuck onto your helmet, it is going to be less of a nuisance. The first generation BluSnap came with a contraption that used to go around your helmet, and that was a little more complicated than it is now, because now you just have this small strip and you have glue behind it, so you can stick it onto your helmet, but that becomes permanent. So be careful when you stick it onto your helmet. Once you have done that, you just pull out this lock and slide it in quite easily like that, and then you lock it again. Now the problem that I faced was that once you have it on the helmet, wearing the helmet becomes a problem. Let me just demonstrate that to you. So right now this is attached to the helmet, and if I try to wear it, then yeah, it's quite difficult. So you're only left with the option to first remove this and then wear the helmet. But then after that, if you don't have a person to help you, attaching this back onto the helmet can be quite cumbersome. Let me just try and do that for you. So I've got the helmet, wearing it now, and so you see it's quite hard to find the slot to fit it in, so you will need someone around you to fix this for you. So once you have fitted this onto your helmet and you are wearing the helmet, what do? You have a button right here which is easy to reach, but pressing it is a bit of a task. Once you do press it, it will start blowing air out from this portion and it will start cooling your face. Now the problem with this is that, for me at least, it was directly under my nose and it was blowing air into my nostrils, which was a little irritating, but at least it kept my face cooler than the surrounding areas. You also have a battery level indicator on the side so that you know when do you have to charge it. Takes about 5 to 6 hours to charge it completely, and then once you have it charged, it will last you for about 9 to 10 hours, which means that you can charge it once and then not be bothered for at least 4 to 5 days. You might wonder, why would you need this when you can just open up the visor of your helmet? But that won't work if you're standing still, maybe on a red light and it's hot outside, or if you're riding and there is loads of dust on the road, which there generally is on our roads. So with this, you can keep your visor down, it will supply you with cool air, and it also has a filter inside which will filter out the dust. It's not like a proper pollution mask, but at least it will filter out the bigger dust particles, and that's going to be convenient. Also, on top of that, it also acts like a defogger. So if your helmet does not come with the defogger, then this can help you. The BluSnap 2 is definitely a step up over the Gen 1 BluSnap. It is smaller, it is lighter, and it has better cooling capabilities, and it's also easier to attach. Despite that, it's still a problem if you are all alone, so you will need someone to help you with this. It's been priced a little higher than the previous version. This one costs about 2,300 rupees in the market. You just have to remember that still, even after all the improvements, putting it on is a bit of a job, and this won't work very well if you live in a place with humid climate, because remember, this works almost like a cooler that you might have at home or you might have had at one point in your homes. So for people who live in dry areas, there it'll do a better job when compared to in humid areas. We've reached the end of this video, so as always, I'm going to urge you to like this video, comment down if you have any compliments or any questions, share this with your friends, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our page on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, all those good things, and be safe when you're out on the road. Until the next time, I'll be having some cool air on my face with this.